Spirits video. So today, talking about Nottingham Forest as well as other things. So at the beginning of this season, we had a pretty poor end to the last year. Chris Hughton thought it was going to do amazing for us, being a decent manager. We didn't get relegated, so that was a good thing. Start of this season, back to back losses. It was looking dire. In the end, they got rid of him, and we got Cooper. Is now it Steve Cooper? Isn't it? Yeah, I forgot his name for a second. And since then, there's been a resurgence about Forest, which is the buzz around Nottingham, and not only that, we are a former back-to-back European Cup winner, not Champions League where you can get beat and still beat a couple of times and still get through. But back-to-back European Cup winner in the days when the European Cup was knockout. And, like most clubs, we've had a lot of downtime since then. I mean, we obviously Brian Clough, when he got us relegated, and then we bounced back with Frank Clark, straight back in. I mean, we had Dan Collymore, then him and Brian Roy was just unbelievable. I think we got third that season and went into the UEFA Cup. But the team we had back then, and it's been a tough time being a Forest fan. So many times got to the playoffs and lost. A lot of managers that you think, why did he even choose this manager? We had Faraz, which I know Derby have got their Mel Morris or whatever his truffing name is, and his dodgy dealings, but Faraz was no better. And you used to howl, you used to look at the and then you'd see him, and oh dear. But now, the wins just recently, the win over Derby last week, the win against Arsenal. There's such a resurgence about Forest, and it's amazing. Where will it go? Well, we're one below the playoffs now, and as a Forest fan, seeing the confidence in that squad, you'd like to think we're playoff certainties now. And could we even push for the second automatic spot? I don't think there's any chance of us catching Fulham. But Blackburn, oh, and we play them soon. And a win at Blackburn it's an all-day 6-pointer, that is, because it pulls them back in towards us. It's the most excited I've been about Forest in years. The team just look good, and players coming in, young lads getting a chance. Hopefully, we won't sell anybody, and hopefully, we'll keep some of these loanees who've been amazing. DJ Spence and Garner, they've been absolutely awesome. And the crowds, though, the fans of Nottingham Forest, 20 odd thousand most matches now. I mean, that is big support. And no team deserves to be in the Premier League unless you're good enough. Simple as that. We have not been good enough. We've been nowhere near good enough. We should have been, but we haven't for whatever reason. And just the same bunch of players, and we're right up the league, and we're playing good football and all. We look dangerous, and as a lifelong Forest fan who sadly can't afford to go to the matches, I can't afford 30 quid a time to go and watch a football game. I just, it is what it is, Um, but the the buzz is just unbelievable. It's what happens. What happens now? Do we have a run in the FA Cup? Could you imagine beating Leicester on the form we're in, the confidence we're in, beating Leicester and going further? Um, we've now got an owner. I mean, I know he's got to ship some Carvalho looks like it was a big waste of money. That was. He'll end up going to Olympiacos. He'll be quite funny if they sell him and sell him for 12 million and get some of the money back from him. That'd be interesting. Surely he can't go on a bloody loan or just disappear over there. That'd be something for the interesting for the books. But I suppose it's the big man's money, but also financial fair play. I suppose that has got to come into it. And I mean, you only need to look at what's happening at Barcelona, Derby, even. Derby. They've caused a lot of theirs. The dodginess over Rooney coming to Derby and some betting firm paying his bloody wages. What's that about? That just strikes dodginess. I mean, Derby aren't the first teams to do something like this. Look at, what's his name? Carlos Tevez. When he went to Man United, that was dodgy in the extreme as well. Not he wanted affiliated to a club, it was a bloody agent, and if memory serves me correctly. Uh, yeah, looking forward. Ooh, good win against Barnsley last night. Good win against Derby. And, Derby never looked like beating us. I mean, the first 20 minutes, yeah, they got some of the ball. And it's nice to think that the Brian Clough Cup is staying in Nottingham. Are Derby going to go down this year? Do you know something? Should they have been deducted the points last season? It does beg the question. It really does. And I know Middlesbrough and Wickham have got their issues with Derby on that side of things, and the EFL. But Derby, I mean, let's be fair, they are they're our rivals, but they're doing well. I mean, they're off the bottom, even with the was it 21-point deduction. Without that deduction, they'd be quite a decent way up in the league. Why are they not selling their players? I can't understand it. If you're in administration, there's got to be players there that they want to sell. One, to get them off the books, because wages. Two, to put money back in the kitty, to help balance things. And if they're losing money per week, who the hell's funding it? It's a strange one. Are the administrators' hands tied? I tell you, football at times, there's some weird stuff going on. And it's good to see at Nottingham Forest that Navigation Brewery, the makers of Forest Pale Ale. That is great to see. And if you go down there, you've got the craft beers there as well. And one of these days, I'm going to take my son down and let him watch a football match and see if they still swear at football matches. Because obviously, back in the day when I used to go, see, I was born in St Anne's, so I used to go down with the people off the Chase, Robin Hood, the Chase, and from the day Magnus Mellor's, the pub, when my dad used to go, and how old would it be? From the age of 7 till about 10, if not longer, I was down there watching the footy. Might have even been earlier than that, but I was there for the for our biggest time in our history, and it was a great history, and I just can't wait. I think the getting back into the big time not going to be easy. We need to keep. Could this manager be the new Cloughie? A super manager that gets the best out of his players. Well, he's turned them from a relegation squad. We were out. We were dead and buried. This bloke comes in. Didn't really know notes about him. I didn't anyway. I know he was at Swansea, wasn't he? And something to do with the England under-17 World Cup. And to me, that ticks the boxes because we have got to be bringing. We've got an academy, so we've got to be getting some of these academy players in. That's what's made a lot of the best teams in the world their academies. You only have to look at the likes of Man United, Real Madrid, Barcelona. Their academy players have come in. Lionel Messi was an academy player for Barcelona. And look where he is. £500,000 a week at bloody PSG. But I like the balance in the squad at the moment. It's just amazing. And even at the end of the Derby match, when there was a bit of twattiness from the Derby fans, Derby players, and like some of the subs off the bench, was it Cafu, came running over and sorted one of them Derby lads out, and it's like, yeah, that's the team. When you see your mate, your mate being someone going at him, straight away running over and like, get off him, I'll have you. And we don't mind that. It's great to see. It's about time. It's about time we had something to talk about in Nottingham. And to put one over Leicester, now come on. I hope to God it's on TV because I will watch it this time. I try not to watch stuff because I get stressed and I suffer of anxiety, so it creases me. But can we do it? Can we get promotion finally? Have we got a squad? Because obviously getting into the Premier League is ridiculously bloody hard. Staying up there is ridiculously hard. But if we can do it, not sell our best players, but harness them best players and go, if someone wants to stay at the club and get a pay rise at the club rather than go somewhere else and get a pay rise, then surely keep your best players. Keep going. Brennan Johnson, his dad did so much for Forest. And we need to be keeping him, really. I know money is a consideration, but we get up to the promised land, we make money off that. And money starts coming in from other revenue, other sources. Make the ground, obviously keeping the ground, but sort out the parts of the stadium that need sorting out. And the future's interesting. I do apologise for anybody else watching this who thinks, God, he's talking about Forest. But I am a lifelong Forest fan. Who sadly just can't afford the money to go and watch them. It is what it is. I suppose for me, going and watch the under-23s is probably my best bet because it's only like a £5 to go and watch them. And you're still supporting. And I see the day if Forest can get into the Premiership with the under-23s, you could get 10,000 going watching them. Because it's interesting for people to go and watch football, especially kiddies, to go and watch someone playing football. And but anyway, where we're going to go this season? Oh, come on, let's get in the playoffs. Second automatic promotion spot would be the thing. Never mind the playoffs. Let's go for that. Keep the squad we've got. Get rid of the stuff we don't want. The players that just aren't Forest. Them that have got no heart and soul. And keep the manager and keep going, And the fans, to all my fellow Forest fans, all them that actually go every week and go to the away matches, and you're doing a fantastic job in supporting your club. Cheers, everyone. And onwards and upwards, eh? Let's hope.